Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Career Coaching from a Professional Headhunter. My name is Dario, and I'll be your host. On this week's edition, I'm going to be speaking about what the first step is for any job search. The mistake that most people make is that they think that the first step is actually creating a resume, but it's not. The first step is developing a plan of where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years in your career. It's a devastating mistake that unfortunately a lot of people end up making. That's equivalent to getting into your car, driving out of your driveway, and just driving without a plan, not really knowing anywhere you're going. And that's the mistake that most people end up making. And it's not because of their own fault. Sometimes it's because of a loss of a job, or because they're very unhappy where they are, so they end up settling for the next best thing. Problem is that they don't evaluate and look at their long-term goal when they do that change. And by the time that they realize what they've done, they're 2, 3, 4 years into that other job, and it's taking them away from what their long-term goal is after they end up figuring out what it is. I developed this channel with the goal of making sure that doesn't happen to you. The second step in the strategy is what my coworker Alan Sinkowitz calls the balancing act. The 4 pillars that you have to watch when evaluating any type of position for our candidates. These 4 pillars are important, and no matter what type of position you currently hold, how long you've been working, if this is your first job or you're entering your last job in your career. These are always important because they play a vital role in your life. The first one is the commute. How long do you want to be in a car or in transportation? Do you have pickup duties? Do you have drop-off duties? What are your responsibilities outside of work? The second pillar is a company. Do you want to target a privately held company, a private equity backed, a publicly traded one, a Fortune 500, a small mom and pop? What about the industry, the culture? The third is the compensation. And that's everything from base salary, annual bonus, equity. Also, what are their benefits? And the reason I ask that is because at any search, I look at it holistically. The example I can give you, if someone's making $100,000 base, but their healthcare is free, they pay 0 out of pocket for their entire family. But if they're looking at another job and they're evaluating, and the base is $110,000, no bonus, but the healthcare is $1,000 per month, they just took a $2,000 pay cut. So always look at what the healthcare costs are. Also, 401k match. Is there a match? Maybe your company now has a match and you're evaluating an organization that doesn't. Those are things to always look at, especially when you're looking at it holistically. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. The fourth pillar is the work. What exactly are you going to be doing? Is it going to help you get to your long-term goal? The third and final part of the strategy is developing a plan of attack. Number 1, is your resume ready? Are there any grammatical errors on it? Have you thought about sending it over to a professional, depending on the level that you are? If you're making over $80,000 in base, I definitely recommend sending it to a professional. Second, and I do this so often, is Google yourself. I always Google my candidates because you have absolutely no idea what comes up. There's been so many embarrassing stories that we all laugh about after, but when we do Google candidates, crazy things come out. Unprofessional postings that you may have put on Instagram, Facebook, you have to be very careful. Companies nowadays Google. Third, you have to make sure that you have a LinkedIn profile that's up to date. Employers always confirm your resume with your LinkedIn profile. If the dates are different, if the companies are different, you are not going to get a call because they feel that there's something wrong. There's an error. You're omitting something. The fourth one is, do you have a target list of where you want to send your resume, where you want to apply, companies, industries, the size of the organization? And lastly, how are you going to apply? Are you going to search the job boards? Are you going to go on LinkedIn and apply? Are you going to do networking? You have to set up a plan of what you're going to do, and you need to be organized. Are you going to work with an executive search firm? All right, that's all I have. Thank you very much, and I hope this information was helpful. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. Also, I'm going to be including a PDF on my Facebook page. I'm going to be including a link below this video as well. Make sure to collect that as well so you can have access to this material and all the material I'm going to be posting over the next few months. Thank you, and if there's anything that you want to see, let me know.